What is up guys, Sprout here, and before we get into the video I just wanted to announce the winner of Hate Spark the Tiny, and the winner is Solarius312. So Solarius, either I can make a tune on your realm or you can make a tune on Rune Totem US and I'll trade your pet. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and this is Sprout out. So guys, the topic of discussion today will be about the age-old tale of skill versus gear. And nowadays, people are kind of getting capped off. A lot of the main raiders that have been keeping up each week, they've probably gotten a pretty good amount of raid gear by now, and are 660 plus, 670 plus, or getting pretty high up there. And the same kind of goes for PvPers. A lot of people that have kept up on their cap and actually gotten higher rating this season are definitely starting to see that gear cap just slowly approach them. And this is kind of where the whole deal with just your general skill comes into play. Definitely people that have been grinding this stuff out, I would say, are definitely good overall. But it kind of comes down to the point where you can only get so much gear, and after that, it's like, where do you go from there? And that's definitely where people are going to start to shine. I mean, skill level is going to take over more than gear level, more towards the end here. And it's just that one thing. I mean, the nice thing about skill is it doesn't have a weekly cap on it, or it isn't based around RNG, like, oh, I'm going to get this much skill this week, maybe I'll get a little bit more next week, or maybe I won't get as much this week. It's just that one thing that you can always grind out and just kind of rely on pretty much in almost any situation. And it's just, it's that one topic that I definitely like talking about because it translates over no matter what you do with PvE or PvP. I mean, look at some of the high-end raiding guilds in the world that just down raids after they come out, maybe a couple weeks after they come out in crappy heroic dungeon gear. I mean, guilds like, I don't know, Paragon or Method or Midwinter or Blood Legion. I'm not even sure if they all play anymore. I assume they would, but I don't keep track of that stuff. But I mean, they all down those bosses with minimal gear. I mean, compared to what we have now, and it's just all raw skill and just teamwork and knowing how to play your class, and squeezing the extra little bit out of it. And it's basically comes down to that. I mean, if you want to shine in this game, you can always be improving. If you're one of those people, you're like, oh, I don't need to go into normal high mall. What do I need that for? I got nothing I can really get out of there. It's like, why do I want to do a heroic dungeon? I mean, I really got nothing to benefit. And that's a lie. You always have something you can benefit just by playing the game, and that is just your general skill. I mean, it seems stupid, I guess, to some people, but you can always improve by doing the simplest task. Like if I go into a 2v2 skirmish or just random battleground, I mean, I'm going to be improving whether I realize it or not. And just having that experience under your belt just changes your whole gameplay, and just kind of makes you realize about all the new things that you can learn. I mean, I've been playing Mage for so many years now. I mean, I'm still learning stuff. I mean, I'm not ignorant enough to say that I've learned everything on the class, or I'm doing everything as well as I could, because I know I'm not. And I mean, that's just something that I feel like people definitely lose touch with after a while. So obviously, I'm talking all to you guys about skill level here and everything, just that pretty much you can improve. But there's another half to that story that you definitely need. I mean, if a lot of people just kind of lack the motivation, and the motivation is what drives you. It's the fuel to your success, I guess. And I mean, without motivation, or really the will to want to change or want to get better or want to do any of this, pretty much everything else is pointless. I mean, if you want to get better and you want to improve, I mean, as long as you have a strong enough drive for it and just the will to keep on pushing forward, you're going to get better. But if you're one of those people who are definitely, content with where you are, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, unless you're terrible and you definitely need to improve, it's fine being content. I mean, if you're one of those people that just want to be casual and just, play the game and do decent at it, there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. But, I mean, if you want to push towards the top tier, become some of the best players in the world, I mean, that's definitely going to take a lot of hard work. And, I mean, if you don't have the motivation for it, you're not going to get very far. So, But you know, I'm gonna speak on, you know, assuming that a lot of people in here have the drive for it. I mean, if you're listening to this far, and I'm assuming you're definitely interested in, you know, improving and hearing this Rocky speech, the Rocky motivational speech, or whatever you want to call it. But it's just something that, if you have the will to push forward, the motivation to do it, and you're willing to accept that you're not the best that you could be, and you know you're definitely looking to improve, then good for you. You go and grab that rank 1. You know, reach that top tier that you can, and just become as good as you can. And I mean, that's definitely, I mean, a lot of people shine when you become to a certain point where you just shine in this game, no matter what you do, no matter what class you play, or you know what you're doing. I mean, if you become that person, you're definitely going to stand out from everybody else, and people like to look for that. Those are the little gems that you find once in a while. I mean, those are the people that, you know, everybody's looking for. They're the treasure, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that everybody's searching for, and it's out there. And if you want to become that person, then, you know, go for it. So as the last clip to this video, I actually wanted to show you guys this little skirmish I did. And I was doing just skirmishes, but for whatever reason, like 80% of the time my partner would never show up. But I mean, luckily his pally was nice enough to, you know, let me 1v1 this rogue for the most part. And I mean, it just goes to show, I mean, I did the 2v1 video as fire, and I mean, a lot of people really liked that. And I mean, I thought that was pretty good. I mean, if I do say so myself, I mean, I was pretty impressed with some of that stuff just watching back on it. But just goes to show that you never really have enough practice. I mean, if I had, oh my god, nickel for every time me or this rogue did something wrong in this 1v1 duel, I mean, we will both be rich. And I mean, it was, it's definitely, I mean, I want to just show amazing clips of me like 2v1 people, because I'm not gonna lie, it's not like that happens every other day. It doesn't. But you know, this is just kind of the more human side. I mean, yeah, this is, I'm definitely, you know, squinting at how bad this duel ended up being, just because it's flaws from both of our sides. I mean, I played terrible. I mean, but it's just, I guess the point of me telling you this is that no matter how good you really think you are, there's always room for improvement. I mean, I know that for a fact. I mean, I tried playing Arcane here, and it is a nightmare. I mean, I got pretty frustrated with it. I actually went back fire today, just playing a little bit. I mean, it's definitely more of a BG spec, but it just goes to show, I mean, as weak as a spec it is in arenas, I know, there's always room for improvement. I definitely wanted to try and get 2K this season with it, and that's just a goal I have. It's something I want to improve on, and it's something that I can definitely see me reaching eventually here. So, but yeah, I hope you guys, you know, learned a little lesson from this video about, you know, skill versus gear, just becoming overall good at the game. And I guess until next time, this will be Sparred out. And there's no giveaway in this video. The next giveaway announcement should be after Tuesday. I want to say on Tuesday, but I don't know if I'll have a real release for Tuesday exactly. But yeah, take care, guys.